How a Hardhat advises his daughter regarding college versus trade school. Keep your grades up, do it right, and get into a good college, is what most young women hear from parents and teachers today. I think that today, blue-collar fathers might advise their daughters differently. Her father loves her and knows her. He will also know that today's divorce rate requires that a woman be self-sufficient. 20 years ago, only men filled jobs in the trades. Not today. There has never been a better time for women to consider a career in the hard-hat trades. A recent survey of high school students showing interest in the skilled trade careers are almost as high among females as males. However, there are drawbacks for women, such as demanding physical work requirement and the criticism that salaries are not high enough. Yet the good jobs are there. The blue-collar dad will know which trades would not be good for his daughter and which will be better. Over the past few years, there has been a growing shortage of skilled trade workers in specific areas. The American Welding Society predicts a need for 400,000 more welders by 2024. Job openings in HVAC and the electric trades are expected to grow by 14% through 2024. Since women make up less than 10% in skilled trade jobs, many trades are seeking women to fill some of those roles. Corporate decision makers should be using common sense and view women as potentially talented people who could be an integral part of the trades. Some parents, talking to friends, might mention that little Susie has decided to go to a vocational technical school. Often, the reaction would be, she's having problems at school? In other words, to some, the only reason someone would go to a vocational tech school is if there's some kind of a learning problem at a traditional school. So in some quarters, vocational schools seem to be reserved for people who aren't making it in quote-unquote real school. So misconceptions abound about trade schools. One is, trade schools are for people who aren't smart enough to get into college. That is simply not true. According to the U.S. News and World Report, there are at least 100 colleges that accept 90% of those who apply. Some even accept 100% who apply. So I guess you can get into that college or those colleges if you are still breathing. Trade schools offer focused education and teach many skills that are relevant to even those who study in four-year colleges, such as critical thinking, communication, and pride in workmanship. Another misconception is a trade school degree is not a real degree. Actually, your daughter could opt for a diploma or a certificate program from a trade school. She could also get a 2-year associate's degree, or perhaps even a 4-year bachelor's degree in some cases. A diploma or degree from a trade school could also be a stepping stone to continuing education. For example, if a student earns a diploma in medical assistance, there's no limit to where that person's career can go. They will have a strong foundation that could lead to any number of careers: nursing, accounting, administration, and more. Technical schools are using the trope, college doesn't make sense, to entice new students. What specifically doesn't make sense, they claim, is the huge amount of debt many young Americans take on to pursue those coveted bachelor's degrees. Earning potential often does not offset the cost of their loans. Vocational and technical education tends to cost significantly less than a traditional 4-year degree. The average cost of a 4-year college degree is over $150,000. But a trade school can take less than a year to complete and on average cost less than $35,000. Your daughter could be earning money at her trade long before a college graduate makes her first onerous student loan payment. If your daughter already has an idea of what she'd like to do, then maybe she could seek out an apprenticeship in the trade of her choice. Some states require on-the-job training and classroom education to receive special licenses or certifications. Many community colleges also offer trade certificates and pathways to apprenticeships. Check out which vocational schools are reputable and which ones offer good training and particularly effective job placement programs. Unfortunately, women still face challenges and obstacles in male-dominated industries, including stereotyping, sexual harassment, and the lack of mentoring. While women account for more than half of all workers within several industry sectors in the U.S., they're still substantially underrepresented in careers like manufacturing and construction. But support groups like Professional Women in Construction are beginning to support women in these fields. And one other really important plus for your daughter choosing a trade school. In times of economic stress, which we've just gone through, many trades like plumbers, welders, and electricians are considered essential industries that must carry on no matter what. That means she can expect more job stability. 4-year degree folks have much less job security.